Hello everyone, my name is Ankur and welcome to RJPT Simlab simulation. In this video, we will study about the determination of acute skin irritation corrosion in rabbit. At the end of this video, we will be able to tell the potential of a test substance that can cause any skin irritation or corrosion in rabbits by observing their skin reactions. So now, let us start with the video. Let us see at first the introduction part. In introduction, let us know what is corrosion. Corrosion is an irreversible or full destruction of skin tissues, which is caused by any chemical or physical agent which leads to visible necrosis through the epidermis into the dermis, which means this is the destruction of the skin tissues which is caused by any physical or chemical agents. We can say that. Now, let us see the procedure of this experiment. At first, we have to select our animal. So a healthy rabbit, a healthy adult rabbits are selected and acclimatized to laboratory conditions. We have to use a healthy rabbit and then we have to acclimatize it to the laboratory conditions so that it does not panic while performing the experiment. Then preparation of the test site. We have to prepare the test site so the dorsal surface of the rabbit is clipped free of fur, avoiding injury. So dorsal surface, which means the upward surface of the rabbit, we have to clip it free of fur, which means we have to shave the furs, we have to remove the fur portion, and we have to avoid any injury. So this is our test site and it is prepared. Then after that, we have to the application of test substance. We have to apply a small amount of 0.5 ml or zero point 0.5 gram of the test substance is applied to a 2.5 centimeter into 2.5 centimeter skin area. This is the measurement of the skin area over which we have to apply our test drug. The area is covered with a gauze patch and secured with a non-irritating adhesive tape. So, when we apply the test substance, after that we have to cover it with a gauze patch. Gauze patch is made up of cotton. It is a patch, and then we have to secure it with a non-irritating adhesive tape. We have to stick the adhesive tape so that the external factors does not hinder the patch. Then exposure duration. The patch is removed after 4 hours of exposure. So we have to remove the patch after 4 hours of the drug exposure. Then the site is then gently washed with water to remove residual test substance. Then we have to wash the test substance site with water so that it removes the test substance residuals. Then the fifth step says observation period. The test site is examined at 1, 24, 48, and 72 hours post exposure. We have to examine the test site and the patch area after 1 hour, 24 hours, 48 hours, and 72 hours. Then erythema, redness, edema, swelling, and other skin reactions are recorded and scored based on the Dray's scale. So these are the symptoms, which means erythema, which means the redness of the skin portion. Edema is the swelling of the skin, and other skin reactions are also recorded based on the Dray's scale. What is Dray's scale? Let us know about Dray's scale. As we can see, this is the Dray scale. Dray scale is a numerical scoring system which is used in the Dray's test to evaluate ocular irritation in an animal, typically a rabbit, after X exposure to a test substance. So this is a scale which is used in the Dray's test to evaluate the irritation in an animal after the exposure to a test substance. So as we can see here, arrhythmia and edema, both of the factors are mentioned over here and below that, the score is mentioned from 0 to 4 on both the factors, arrhythmia and edema. And on each factor score, there is a reaction, such as the 0 score shows no reaction and the 1 score shows very slightly arrhythmia. In the case of arrhythmia, dryness or shiny appearance. Then similarly for 2, 3, 4, slightly arrhythmia, moderate arrhythmia, and severe arrhythmia. Similarly for edema, the 0 score shows no edema. Then in the first score shows very slight edema. And similarly for 2, 3, 4, slight edema, moderate edema, and severe edema. So this is the Dray scale, and on the basis of this, we will observe our animal's skin reaction. So now let us move to the next step. The interpretation of result. The irritation is categorized as mild, moderate, and severe based on the observed reactions, as we have seen in the DRACE scale. If severe reactions occur, the test is stopped immediately, which means when we observe the severe reactions on the skin, then we have to stop immediately the experiment so that it is hurting the animal. So we do not intend to hurt any animal during the experiment. Now let us see the observation part. The scale has four types. The no irritation, which means no redness, swelling, or skin damage. Mild irritation, slight redness and minimal swelling, resolving within 24 to 48 hours. That is a mild irritation, slightly redness or slight swelling. Then moderate irritation, pronounced redness and swelling, lasting up to 72 hours or more, which means this shows redness and swelling also, but it only lasts to 72 hours. 72 hours is 3 days or more. Then severe corrosion. Severe corrosion shows skin damage, ulceration, or necrosis, indicating corrosive properties. Necrosis is the death of cells or tissue through that patch. So, if an ulceration is caused, that means opening of the wound or the death of the cells in skin or damage in the skin portion, these are the indications of the corrosive properties. So this is a severe corrosion observation. Now let us perform our experiment. And for that, we will perform our experiment on the RJPT Simlab simulatory laboratory. As we can see here on the left side of the toolbar, we have our animal rabbit, and on the right side, we have our rabbit holder, or in which we will hold our rabbit, and the dropper, through which we will insert our test substance. On the bottom part, we can see the instruction part, which will show us to perform the experiment. And above that, we will have the apply button through which we will perform the experiment. As we can see here in the laboratory table, we have a control group and a drug group. On the control group, we have three rabbits over which we will not apply any test substance. And on the drug group, on the right side, in the drug group, we will apply the test substance and we will then observe the reaction. So now let us perform the experiment. Now we will apply the patch on the control group. We will click the apply button and over here we can see we will apply the patch on the control group. As we can see here, we are removing the fur portion and then we are adding the gauze and then we are putting the adhesive tape. We have to remove the fur part so that the skin is exposed, and then after that we will apply the drug solution with the help of a dropper and then we will cover it with gauze, and then for the external protection we will cover it with an adhesive tape so that no external factor, dust or dust or microbes can act on the skin portion, and it also protects from the sweating portion. Now we have performed our first step, then we will move on to our next step. Now we apply patches on the drug group. We have applied the patches on the control group. Now we will apply patches on the drug group. As we can see here, similar with the same procedure, we will remove the fur of the rabbit one by one, and then we'll place the test substance with the help of a dropper, and then after that we will cover it with gauze, and after that we will cover it with the adhesive tape. Similarly, we will perform it for the third rabbit also. And after performing that, we will place it with the other rabbits. Now we will move on to our next procedure. We will inspect the patches after 1 day for both the groups. We will inspect for the control group and for the drug group. We will click the inspect button, and then over here we will remove the adhesive tape and the gauze patch, and then we will observe the skin reaction. As we can see here on the control group, there is no reaction. The skin is of the same color, no redness or any skin corrosion is observed. So on the control group, no skin irritation has been observed. We will check all the three rabbits of the control group for the skin irritation. We will remove the adhesive and the gauze patch, and as we can see here, no redness has been observed. This is the color of the skin. And now we will inspect the drug group. By removing the adhesive tape and the gauze, we will observe the rabbit. As we can see here, a slight redness has been observed. Similarly, with all the rabbits, we will observe by removing the patch As we can see here, this rabbit has also shown a slight redness, which means skin irritation has been occurred over the drug group. On the control group, no redness has been observed, and on the drug group, as we can see here, redness has been observed. So, skin irritation has been caused. Now, we will move on to our next procedure. Now, we will inspect these patches after 3 days of the both the groups. We will inspect at first the control group. We will remove the adhesive tape and the gauze patch. As we can see here, no change has been seen in the skin portion. So the control group shows no change, no reaction of the patch. As we can see, the second rabbit has also shown no skin reaction. And the third rabbit also, we will remove the tape and the gauze. And as we can see here, no change has been seen on the skin portion. Okay, so now we will observe and inspect the drug group. We will remove the patch and adhesive tape, the gauze patch. And as we can see here, the redness has been increased. This is a severe redness, severe corrosion observed on the rabbit. So skin irritation and corrosion of the skin has been observed on the drug group. As you can see here, the second rabbit has also shown the skin redness and dark redness and corrosion of the skin. We will remove and observe the third rabbit also, and it has also shown the same. The redness is much very greater and the skin corrosion has been observed. So now we will see the observation table. The observation table shows that the control group on the day 1 and day 2, day 3 responses has shown no reaction. So the result for the control group is that non-toxic. It has shown non-toxic, but the test group, on the drug group, we on the day 1, we have observed mild and moderate response, which means slightly redness reaction. But in the day 3, we have observed that it has shown severe reaction. The redness was increased and the skin corrosion was also observed. So the result says that the test drug is toxic in nature. So this is how we have observed and inspected and observed the reaction, skin reaction and irritation and corrosion in the rabbits of the test drug. So I think we have learned about the skin irritation and corrosion of a test drug in the rabbit. So now we have completed our experiment and we have come to the end of this video. I hope that you have learned a lot in this experiment about the skin, acute skin irritation and corrosion in rabbits with a test drug. So guys, thank you guys for watching this video and I hope that you have learned a lot. And for more such learning content, subscribe to our YouTube channel RJPT Informatics, and you can also follow us on our LinkedIn profile, on Instagram as well as in Facebook. We upload and update our such learning contents over these platforms. Thank you.